Hello, everybody. My name is Henry Lee, and my team will be presenting Scavenger Hunt or for our project. My other teammates include Christopher Gonzalez, Sebastian Magana, Andres Dominguez, and Adrian Flores Aquino. Table of contents. We decided to split the presentation into introduction, overview, objectives, solutions, and conclusion. And now I'm gonna talk about the introduction. Um, I will cover the general project outline and then the specific project then that our team is doing. And finally, or we're gonna cover who's doing what or the team's roles. For the task, we need to play a puzzle game with a LLM or a large language model. If you don't know what that is, an LLM is a AI that has fed an insane amount of text to the point that it is able to recognize words and decipher the meaning. This means that you can effectively chat with it as if we're a real person and even ask them to do stuff for you. And this is the core idea behind how we can interact with that AI and play with it. The other requirement is that it has to be a puzzle, or like it must be able to be solved using prompts because LLMs are mainly trained to solve problems involving language or grammar with it. Um, for example, like Wordles, crossword puzzles, and and sometimes even Sudoku and tic tac toe. The way the AI is able to recognize Sudoku and tic tac toe is because like you're using characters to format them. For Sudoku, you just write numbers from the numpad, and then like, you just divide them with the horizontal lines, vertical lines to format it. And same for tic tac toe, you could use like an X or like an O, and then like the horizontal and vertical bars to create the format, the grid. And the AI the LLM will recognize this because in addition to the words, it is also checks and recognizes the position of those words to see how they're formatted and what they resemble. And now that we covered the requirements, now I want to talk about our project. The specific project that we chose is a scavenger hunt. We provide the AI with objects and locations, and it would generate clues for us so that the player can find them. We found a template generator that acts like a programmer's assistant. This means that the code is already written for us, and we just need to input the parameters, and it would generate the clues for us. And, and finally, our team roles. For the lead, we have Christopher Gonzalez, and for the dev, we have Sebastian Magana, Andres Dominguez, Henry Lee, and Adrian Flores Aquino. We still haven't figured out how to implement the game, so our roles are just like vague, nothing specific yet, and so that's why we have just like developers in general. We haven't figured out what part specifically, and that concludes the introduction. Thank you.
So now that we've covered the introduction and the idea behind our project, I want to move on to the overview, which is actually talking about how it actually works and what will make our approach unique. So let's talk about how does it work, right? Our project pretty much integrates AI into a scavenger hunt experience, to make it kind of so users could play in a unique way. So by what I mean by this is pretty much just allowing the users to input data into the AI model, and from there, depending on what the data is, it could be whether an object or a location. Uh, then we want the AI to generate a clue for that given data, right? And then based on the inputted data, the AI dynamically creates the next clue making each hunt unique and adaptable. So what I mean by this is that no two games will exactly be the same. So every time you play the game, it would always be new clues, a new prompt, and just everything different instead of just following the same guidelines, same rules, same objectives every single time, and it just gets repetitive. We want to make it dynamic and unique. And so, pretty much with the AI, it pretty much just generates clues in real time based on the given context. So it allows us to make an interactive and engaging game, depending on the pre-written set of rules. So when it comes to our approach, what pretty much sets our approach apart from a traditional scavenger hunt? So traditionally, like what I was saying before, a scavenger hunt pretty much just follows a pre-list of clues that are fixed and unchanged. But we wanted to redefine that experience by creating a dynamic, AI-driven method where clues are actually generated contextually, making each hunt different based on the inputs provided, like I was saying before. So, for example, if the user gives a different object or location, depending on what that object or location is, the AI will tailor the next clue accordingly, based on those objects and location. So it allows the game to be more flexible, customizable, and even scalable depending on the difficulty level that we do plan on making the game on. So depending on, let's say, you're doing really bad on the game, right? Um, the the AI might give some clues that are easier to follow rather than if you're to doing really good at the game. The AI might not give so much easy clues. It might give maybe some challenging clues since you are doing really good on the game. Might as well make it a little more intriguing and interactive. So when it comes to the tech used, uh, we are following pretty much just two languages right now, which is Python and HTML. And we are using Python mainly for the backend, which allows us to power the AI and manage the clue generation process. And for the front end, we're actually going to be using HTML, which allows the users to interact with the system smoothly. So pretty much by combining these technologies, we ensure that the scavenger hunt is not only functional, but is also easy to use for anyone participating. So it could be whether adding text boxes, buttons, or just at first glance, just make it very easy to understand the user interface for anyone that does plan on playing the scavenger hunt. And yeah, to sum up, our project pretty much just brings an AI power twist to scavenger hunts, making them more dynamic, personalized, and challenging. Uh, and also, we do plan on using Python and HTML to create our program. And yeah, so let's move on to the next part where we'll dive deeper into the objectives.
Welcome. I am Christopher Gonzalez, and today I'll outline our key objectives for our exciting AI scavenger hunt game. As we move forward with our project, let's focus on three critical objectives. Okay, these three critical objectives are going to be creating the user interface. Uh, the second one is AI performance, and the third one is user testing and feedback. Uh, in the course of this project, yeah, we might change some things, because we might bring up new ideas. So things might change. But for now, this is the information and this is how we're going to go based on our objectives. Okay. So our first objective is creating the user interface. Our aim here is to not just build a functional interface, but to create an engaging and intuitive experience for all ages. This means the design must be clear and simple enough for children while being sophisticated enough to hold adults' interests. So make it user friendly for everyone. Anyone could use this. The interface will feature an easy to navigate layout where generated prompts are displayed in an engaging manner, capturing the player's interest and guiding them seamlessly through the game. We are committed to ensuring that these prompts are not only visible and clear but also aesthetically pleasing, enhancing the overall game and playing experience. Okay, so we're gonna go to the second objective. So let's talk about AI performance, and this is where the heart of the game is. To achieve this, we will fine tune our AI model to ensure it not only understands the inputs, but also crafts clues that are both challenging and intriguing. This involves intensive training with diverse datasets to ensure that AI can handle a wide range of inputs and converts them into engaging content. Sorry. Our goal is to create an AI that doesn't just function, it surprises and delights our users with its outputs. So we did see a scavenger hunt game previously where you give it a prompt, two keywords, and it will give you a model output. So instead of doing that, we might do it reversely, where we give it a model input, and it should give us a prompt output. Lastly, the last objective is user testing and feedback. This is also important for us. This objective is crucial as it directly influences the iterative development of our game. We plan to conduct initial rounds of user testing to observe how players interact with our game and respond to AI generated prompts. This will not just help us identify technical bugs, but also provide insights into our user enhancements. We aim to gather a broad spectrum of feedback from children and casual gamers to puzzle enthusiasts and tech savvy adults, ensuring our game appeals to a wide audience. So, these are our three objectives. Like I said, we might add more or we might change some things in order for it to work successfully. As we aim high with our objectives, we are also mindful of the challenges ahead. Okay, so in the next slide, we will explore potential hurdles and solutions that we have in place to overcome these objectives. Thank you once again.
So now after going over the objective, we will now be moving on to solutions. So in order to make our scavenger hunt game very interesting, easy to use, and also successful, we must first put in a few important solutions into place. So user interface UI design solutions. So the UI should be clean, simple, and accessible to all players of all ages. Uh, Large, easy to read text and simple navigation buttons are also essential and important. Uh, we must also consider using visual cues like progress bars or animated hints just to guide the players. Uh, Another thing, um, uh, clue presentation and engagement. So just the way AI generated clues are displayed, adding animations, sound effects, or images that can make the game more immersive. So, for example, a glowing effect on the clue box when a new clue appears that could increase the excitement for the players. And also another thing, accessibility features. So some players might need text to speech features for clues, and then also offering multiple difficulty settings or a hint system that can make the game more inclusive. AI performance and optimization. So fine-tuning the AI. So the AI must generate clues that are neither too easy nor too vague. And then also using prompt engineering, we can refine how the AI formulates clues based on the context. And then another thing, filtering out irrelevant or repetitive clues. So the AI might generate clues that are confusing or like unrelated. And then implementing a system, a verification system, uh, such as AI self-checking or human review that can help improve clue accuracy. And then add another thing also at adaptive difficulty levels. So if a player struggles to solve a clue, the AI could provide gradual hints instead of revealing the answer straight away. So, for example, if the clue is find something round in your house, but the player is stuck, the AI could give follow-up hints like it's commonly found like in the kitchen, or you can use it to serve food. So now user engagement and testing. So to ensure that the game stays fun and interactive, we need to engage players effectively. So uh, user feedback and play testing. So we could conduct beta testings with the variety of players uh, to identify the points, and then also track how long players take to solve clues and adjust difficulty accordingly. And then also motivation and player re retention. So adding like a point system, leaderboards, or also like achievements that could help keep the players engaged. So by implementing these solutions, we can create a engaging, well-functioned scavenger hunt game, uh, and then also ensuring a user-friendly UI uh, that will help the this project succeed. Uh, our approach ensures that the game is not only fun but also scalable and also adaptable for different audience in the future.
Hello, thank you, person who went before me. I will now end us off with the conclusion. So, for this assignment, we were tasked with finding a puzzle game that can be solvable using a large language model. And it has to be able to be solved using prompts. So, that would be like user text input. And the game that we landed on was the Scavenger Hunt template generator with a programmer's assistant. And what that meant was basically it would come with written code, and we would just feed it two inputs, an object and a location to that object. And the scavenger hunt generator will instantly create a clue to be included in a scavenger hunt. So what do we want to add in addition to this in addition to this scavenger hunt generator? Well, we want to make it more of an experience, and we want to streamline user input with the AI model. Uh, the user input being the two variables, the object and the location of an object, for a given clue. We also want to make the AI dynamically create the next clue and have new clues and new prompts every time the user plays the game. And the way that we can do this is by having the AI look back at the given context of the interaction with the user. And hopefully that would make each experience more unique. So what will set our approach apart is having these clues being created contextually. We also want to have the difficulty be adjustable depending on the user's skill level, and hopefully make that automatic. So if the user is not performing well, is not finding the answer to these clues, then the large language model will make these clues more simple and make the answers more obvious. And we want to implement all that with Python and HTML. So in order to make the game more interesting, easy to use, and successful, we want to implement a UI. We want to create UI design solutions to these to that end, and make a UI that is simple, clean, and accessible to anybody. And we could accomplish that by using large, easy-to-read text, simple navigation buttons, and visual cues like progress bars or animated hints. We also want the clue presentation to be more engaging and immersive by including animation, sound effects, and glowing text. And to the end of making it more accessible to all types of users, we want to add text-to-speech features, different language options, and difficulty settings. And hopefully, by implementing everything that I have laid before you, we can make the scavenger hunt clue generator more fun, scalable, and adaptable. Thank you.